This is TMUA 2021, Paper 1, Question 11. We're given that the function f of x, which is x to the power of 1 over 7, all multiplied by x squared minus x plus 1. And we also work out what fraction of the interval x between 1 and 0 is our function f decreasing. So how might you go about this? We'll try and work out where f is decreasing, and then after that, let's compute our fraction. So what does it mean for f to be decreasing? That's precisely when the first derivative of f is less than 0, and maybe also equal to 0, when you maybe have a point of inflection. But that doesn't really matter. Why? Because our function f only is 0, it's a polynomial kind of, and only has zeros, first derivative being 0 at a finite number of points. So that means that this thing doesn't really affect our fraction of a whole interval. So let's work out the first derivative. To simplify f first, we can multiply this x to the power 1 over 7 into our bracket, which gives us this expression. Differentiating this, which we can do term by term, gives us exactly 15 over 7 times x to the power of 8 over 7, minus 8 sevenths x to the power of 7, plus a 7th x to the minus 6 over 7. How might you simplify this? Well, we know that this is the lowest power of x that we have. So let's bring this outside and maybe factor it with this term. And we also have a common denominator of a 7th. So we have, this is equal to x to the power of minus 6 over 7 over 7, all multiplied by 15 times x to the 14 over 7, minus 8x to the 7 over 7, plus 1. Okay, how might we simplify this? We noted that 14 over 7 is 2, and 7 over 7 is 1. So we get exactly 15x squared minus 8x plus 1. So we have a quadratic here. So what's the first idea you might think? Well, when you see a quadratic, maybe you think about factorising this. And we notice that we can factorise this as precisely 5x minus 1 and 3x minus 1. Okay, so we now got a product of three things, and we need to work out when this is less than 0. So because we're on the interval x less than 1 bigger than 0, we know this thing is always going to be bigger than 0 on our range. So we need this thing to be less than 0 for our inequality to hold. So when is this product less than 0? Let's consider graphing this function. We know this has roots at 1/5 and 1/3, and it's also going to be a positive quadratic. It's going to look something like this. So clearly visually, we know that this is less than 0 precisely in this region here. So our desired interval is x between a third and a fifth. So what is our fraction? So if I draw a number line, this is our region that we want. So the fraction of this would precisely be 1/3 minus a fifth, which is 2/15, all divided by 1, which gives us the same answer. So our answer is A.